Go Cougars!
Hello, this is Mike Fay with Calvin Castine, and we're at Northeastern Clinton Central School for CVAC girls varsity soccer action between the visiting Seton Knights and the Northeastern Clinton Cougars. For Seton, number 1, Kendall Latour, number 2, Alex Demers, number 3, Barb Fry, number 4, Meg Lefebvre, number 5, Nicole Latour, number 7, Darcy Leahy, number 8, Anne-Marie Munn, number 10, Jessica Rissette, 12, Gina Rosenbaum, 13, Tasha Hamill, 14, Kelly Palmer, 15, Steph Wand, number 16, Megan Conroy, 19, Starla Joyner, 20, Lindsay Lozier, 21, Dana Cohen, number 24, Stacy Mercer, and in goal, Trish Baretsky. The Knights are coached by Sharon Relation, assisted by Susie Pazier. For Northeastern, number 1, Megan Casey, number 2, Brenda Bailey, number 3, Elise LaFountain, number 4, Ashley Walter, number 5, Emily Fabro, number 6, Lauren Kavanaugh, number 8, Ashley Burtz, number 7, Ashley Burtz, number 8, Haley Desereau, number 9, Kendra Young, number 10, Margie Fay. As sample early in the game, I didn't even get the roster out. 50 seconds into the game, and Brandy Sample scores the first goal. You're going to hear me shuffling around here because in this terrible weather we've been having, I'm standing here trying to do the play-by-play with an umbrella inside a booth that we would hope gets fixed. We could hope we could get a roof on this booth to stop the rain from coming in. That was a nice song. Don't let the rain fall down. And right now, Hometown Cable is singing that. We'll continue. Number 10, Margie Fay. Number 11, Andrea Maroney. Number 12, Shauna Cardin. Number 13, Lisa Robert. Number 14, Brandy Sample, who just scored that goal. Number 15, Jess Campbell. Number 16, Steph Sample. Number 18, Marie Bullrich. Number 19, Nicole Tardif. 21, Rachel Dutil. 23, Debbie Tremblay. 24, Amanda Clark. And in goal for Northeastern, Chantel Cardin. Lady Cougars are coached by Josie Gilroy, assisted by Rob Francis, and the manager is Mandy Dubuque. And I can't work like this. I need to put this umbrella down before I kill somebody. Lady Cougars enjoying a very successful season. Not such a good tournament to start the season off. They lost that game against Franklin Academy, who with Amber Goppert is just a very, very strong team. Here come the Knights, and Carner with the stop. But other than that, Lady Cougars playing extremely well for a young squad. Again, they had a great season last year, going right to the finals. Lost in the finals, and a tremendous season, but they've replaced a whole lot of talent, a whole lot of seniors graduating. Seton also, as the corner kick goes out of bounds, Seton also had a very good season last year, had a lot of talent, and that talent graduated, so Seton in a rebuilding time also. I noticed their roster. I believe the Knights only have 1, maybe 2 seniors on the team. The rest are all 11th graders, which means as heavy as the team was last year, all these girls were probably JV last year, but very similar to Northeastern.
Let's go, Cougars. Take the ball back now. Stop right there. You got direct.
Demers up the wing and cleared back by Bailey. Clark can't control it, chips straight up in the air where Sample heads it inadvertently deeper into Northeastern zone. Sample comes away off a deflection, pushes up on the wing for Burtz. Burtz with a dead run. She's got some speed. Wants to go far post and goes near post. Couldn't get the shot to turn because she was defended by Starla Joyner. And Joyner would not give her the angle to turn the shot to the far post. Clark in the center.
They won it.
Off a deflection. Casey. Burtz goes down. The field in terrible condition, as you can probably see. It was raining off and on through the JV game, and between games when the girls were warming up, it was coming down pretty hard, so that field has got to be wet. And in front of the net, you can see where it looks a little worse. Maybe it's just the angle, but it looks a little worse down where Chantel Cardin is. She has a big wet spot right in the center of the net. That could certainly hurt when she's trying to get her footing to move laterally. And also, of course, the ball being wet is going to be awfully hard. I'd have to advise these players to shoot hard and shoot low. It's going to be hard to control the rebounds in this weather. Clark off a deflection in the center. Goes far side. Walter deflects but can't control. Mistake by the defense, and Walter comes away with it. Now Sample. Sample straight up through the middle. If she goes far post, she's got her second goal, and she does. Not quite as far as she would have liked, but it went under Boretsky, and it's 2-0 Northeastern. Northeastern's second goal scored by Brandy Sample. I'm going to give the assist to Ashley Walder at the 5:37 mark. It's 2-0 Northeastern, and it appears the Lady Cougars in absolute control of this game. And here come the Knights to try and remedy that. Joyner sets it up, and she'll give way to Cowan. Cowan with a long shot towards the net. It would have been wide. But there's an example of what I was just talking about. Cardin moved laterally, got into position, and the ball squirted through her hands. Burt's off a deflection, controls, and she carries right down the wing. It may be another Northeastern goal. Pushed into the center, there it is, and offsides is called. That's a tough call. That's a tough call, but Mr. Lambert in a better position than I am. Cougar substitutions. Rachel Dutil is out in the center. Center forward. Right under the goalie, and it's in the net for Northeastern's third goal. And Rachel Dutil gets the third goal for the Lady Cougars. Northeastern's third goal scored by Rachel Dutil. I'm going to give the assist to Ashley Walder again at the 6:55 mark. And it's 3-0 Northeastern, and it appears that this is going to be a very, very long night for the Seton Knights. Rosenbaum into the center. Knights keep it going, and it's pushed out by Bailey. Rosenbaum on the far side, still trying to control but can't. Campbell pushes it out of bounds, and it deflects off a Seton player, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Up quickly, Northeastern substitutions. Emily Favreau on the far side, Margie Fay in the center here, or in the right side. Rachel Dutil staying in the center. And we have Carna on the right halfback position, Elise LaFountain in the center. Amanda Clark, and on the far side in the halfback position, I'll pick it up in a second. Jess Campbell. Fullbacks, Haley Desereau, Debbie Tremblay, Brenda Bailey. Trombley takes it wide, burst of speed and up the wing. Nice ball up for Fay. Fay deflects into the center, picked up by LaFountain. LaFountain's trying to get it over to the wing. If she could have, Seton bunched up on her. If she could have gotten that ball through, it could have been extremely dangerous. On this near side, it's a race for the ball. And Meg LaFave gets there first, but she punches it wide, and it'll be a goal kick for Northeastern. Up on the far side where Callan gets there first and punches it out of bounds. Northeastern will do it again. Fifth. Off a deflection on the far side, LaFountain. Up the wing and out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Knights.
John! He's such a little cougar, isn't he?
And then he gets there and he's just as out of bounds.
Watch this little move from the
No, that's not smart. Yeah, see?
Broken up by Clark.
Come on, go
Bailey gets there but can't clear it. Goes deeper in the Northeastern zone. Trombley is there. Out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Northeastern.
Yeah, those are...
4-0, I believe.
I wish we could score as good as they
The Lady Cougars are going to try this side of the field. See if they have any more luck. Slips through the center. And Dutil with a long pass. That's offsides. Way offsides. That was easy to see.
I haven't done it yet. When I say something, you say something. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Chested down by Bailey. Bailey up the wing. Could be offsides again. Dutil runs over the ball. Nice defensive play. And the Knights push back into Northeastern's territory. Desiree gets there. She has it knocked away by Leahy, and it'll be a Northeastern throw-in.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Hometown Cable would like to make a request. You always hear us making making requests for viewer patronage, and that's absolutely the case. Anybody with any suggestions on what Calvin can do for future programming, please let them know. But also, we're going to make a request that somebody at Northeastern try and make some repairs to this booth here. Calvin has some very expensive equipment that is going to be hard, if not impossible, to replace. And it makes it awfully difficult to film up here at Northeastern. Just a little bit of tar paper or maybe a tarp tied to the roof so the water doesn't leak in and hurt some of this equipment. It's awfully wet up here. So if anybody's listening or if anybody cares, maybe a little hammer and nails would do wonders for this broadcast booth. Back to the game on the far side. Sample. That's Steph's Sample. Off a deflection to Bailey. Bailey with plenty of time, and she can't get it up the wing. Couldn't turn it. You'll see a lot of that this game. They can't plant their foot in order to turn and strike the ball properly, and you'll see a lot of balls going out of bound or missing their mark. Trombley, that's another thing that you're liable to see. With the wet ball and the wet shoes, miss kicks are going to be the order of the day. Up the wing for Faye. Faye has some room. She wants to go right down the wing, and she decides to push it into the center. Too far, and it's picked up by Boretsky, the Lady Knight goalie.
I would have just shot it from over here.
and put it over the net.
Hit the goalie right in the chest, blew him with the ball and back in the net.
And here come the Lady Knights, broken up by Desiree. Far side picked up by Leahy, and Leahy down the wing. Pass intended for Latour. Latour gets there, pushes into the center, but it's broken up by Trombley.
I want everyone to know.
What you
Mike,
want to do?
what are we?
Wanna be boys? Oh, beautiful.
Northeastern throw-in. 26 minutes remaining in this first half.
Mine wasn't growing.
Oh. I got a what?
Oh my God, I like those.
No, you got that's the arch. You got
Chipped into the center, stopped by Clark, and on the far side picked up by Latour. And it'll be a throw-in for the Lady Knights.
Look at my little big guy. Cool. Look at my little big guy.
An inadvertent handball not called, and it's centered. Stopped by Desero. And a long shot by Joyner. And Carden makes the stop.
Run it down, Brandy.
Sample on the outside for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh keeps it going for Sample. Sample pushes it back into the center and miskicked. Back to midfield. Clark gets there and punches up. Northeastern substitutions. I'll see if I can catch up to him. Lauren Kavanaugh's in. We also have Lisa Robert in the center. On the far side, Steph Sample. She was in before, okay. And number 11, Andrea Maroney, in for Northeastern.
Your brother looks like he needs a good kick in the head. Maybe.
Go for it, Beaner. I'll give you $10 to be kicking in the head.
I give myself $100 if I can reach you.
And the Knights down. Nobody there except Trombley, and she pushes it back up for Northeastern. Maroney into the center, intended for Robert, but broken up and cleared. Desero can't control.
What a waste of time. What a waste.
The Knights wind.
There you go.
Up the wing for Sample, and we've got a foot race. If Sample can stay ahead, she might get her hat trick. And she fires wide. Couldn't turn it.
From behind.
Look at the rain.
Sean.
Look up at the rain.
It looks like rain.
The rain has started again. And it's going to be, you can see it, I'm sure, in the lights. If you start hearing us gurgling, it's because this booth is filling up with water.
Was that close?
It'll be a night throw-in. 23:03 remaining in this first half. It's 3-0 Northeastern. And again, a long night for the Lady Knights. It's tough enough to come out here and lose, but to lose in a pouring rain. Over the head of the defense. Turn to the outside. And back up the wing. A nice play by Cowan.
I like it when that's why when I do it, I always go on the bridge or something. It doesn't work for me either.
Cleared out by Joyner. To the center of the field, and the Knights off of the flexion pick it up. This could be dangerous, but there's Desero to catch up to it and clear it for Northeastern. Pulls to the near side. Back into the center. Back out to the near side. Nice moves by Haley Desero, and she pushes it up for Sample. Kavanaugh tries to switch fields, but it deflects out of bounds, and it'll be Northeastern throw-in. Chested down by Leahy. Pushed ahead by Wand. Here come the Knights. Rosenbaum. And I don't know what that call was, but I believe it's going to be against Northeastern. Knights in a position here, if they can get a shot off at the far post, they could create some real problems for the Lady Cougars. Not a good play at all. Not a good play at all. You can see the inexperience there on the part of the Knights. With an opportunity like that, you've got to get a shot on net. Just that little touch, and Ashley Walter was on it. And broke the play up, and as it turned out, a beautiful situation for the Knights turns into a goal kick for Northeastern. Walter just couldn't control it, but she gets it back. She's got a player on the outside, Kendra Young. Faye playing in the halfback position up the wing for Young. If it stays inbound, she'll be able to turn it. It does not. And it'll be a throw in for the Knights. Northeastern taking this opportunity to put players in positions they don't normally work, they don't normally play, and this is a good thing. Josie made her decisions on what positions these players are going to make early in the season. But there's always a chance that she can see something in a game situation that would give her a little heads up on if there's an injury or any other problem during the season. She can put somebody in that position and they can fill adequately. Stop by Faye. Faye chips toward the net. Walter gets there but can't control, and it's cleared out. Desiree can't control it, comes near side where it's picked up by Rosenbaum. Desiree pushes it down, and Tremblay is there, and a hard shot taken in the stomach. Darcy Leahy down. The wind knocked out of her, and she took that full in the midsection. And that is anybody who's ever had the wind knocked out of them knows exactly what Darcy is going through right now. Darcy Leahy recovers quickly, and she'll go off under her own power. But as I said, anybody who's ever had the wind knocked out of them knows exactly what she just went through. It's a horrible feeling. Be gasping for air and not be able to take any in. And she'll be all right. I'm sure we'll see her back. 18:35 remaining, and we'll restart this game in just a couple of seconds. And Debbie Tremblay will start this game back off. Again, we have 18:33 remaining. Chested down by Joyner. The umbrella is back up again. It's raining harder and is getting very wet inside this booth. Calvin not sure if he's going to be able to complete this game. Again, some expensive equipment, and if it gets wet, it can't be replaced. So we'll keep going as long as Calvin feels that the equipment is safe. Nicole Tardif on the far side I see for Northeastern. They've made a couple of substitutions. Ashley Walter, Ashley Burtz, who normally plays on the right side, now playing the left side. Again, a great opportunity for Josie to put players in positions that they don't normally play. Back into the center, misplayed by Demers, but the Lady Cougars can't take advantage. Now Clark on the far side. Player falls down and Burtz comes away. She has Walter and Young streaking towards the net. It's punched in and it's out of bounds off Boretsky, and it'll be a corner kick for Northeastern. Over to the 18 where it's stopped by Wyand, okay. I knew I would butcher one of these names one of these nights, and she's the first that I know of. And it figures that the way things work is if there's a name that's hard for me to pronounce, that player will handle the ball 90% of the time just to torture me. Burtz trying to control and can't, and it's chipped deeper into Northeastern zone. Bailey is there, and Bailey up the wing off the foot of Hamill, out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Shauna Carden back into the game for Northeastern, and there's another substitution. I didn't see who it was, but we'll catch up. Jess Campbell, that's who it is. Jess Campbell on the far side.
I was standing right there too. I just missed it. He's like, and he jumped me to go. Yeah, so she stays there.
Chest it down, and Northeastern just a step away from having a long breakaway. A lot of those long passes that are coming out are just off the mark. Just a foot or two in either side. And here we go again. Burtz, if she can put a lead pass out for Walter, it goes behind her, but Walter has Young on the near side. Decides to take it herself right through the center. It deflects to the near side, and it's cleared out by the Knights. I believe that's Joyner. Carnath throws into Sample. Sample, a nice step over move. Gets the shot off, but it deflects back to Desero. Campbell can't get the shot off. It dribbles closer into the net, and it's cleared out by Demers. Walter trying to turn it and does. Sample can't get to it, and it's cleared out. LaFountain was all alone just outside the 18 with her hand up, waving for the ball. Either Walter didn't see her or just couldn't turn it far enough. And here come the Knights. They can't keep it in bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Lady Cougars. 13:26 remaining in this first half. It's 3-0 Northeastern. And here comes Walter. If she can get to it first before Boretsky, but just a little bit too far in front of her, and Boretsky picks it up.
Settle that! That's away, that's away!
Cardin on the near side. Chips the ball out of bounds off Anne-Marie Munn. And it'll be a throw-in for the Lady Cougars. Desero. Broken up. And here come the Knights. Broken up by Clark. Clark up the wing. Over the head of Joyner, and Sample is there. Sample switches fields quickly. Burtz can't control, but Campbell does. Campbell still trying to control, and it's cleared out by Demers.
I cannot believe it.
Especially when we're in games like real hot.
You got like a mustache?
Burtz on the far side trying to get a cross off. And does. Nice play by Ashley Burtz to control the ball, get it around two Knight defenders, and cross. The ball ended up going out of bounds off, I believe it was Cardin.
Nikita. I'll push you right over. I don't care how. Really? No, you won't do it. You keep going on. Hey, lady, come over here.
Sample. Sample has apparently worked on that step over move, and it's worked for her twice. That's an excellent move. Reminiscent of Trish Sample, who played a couple of years ago for Northeastern. She had a great step over move that fooled a number of players during the course of the season.
Stop the ball, way to go, Amanda!
You don't really need to beat a player. Here comes Walter off the post. Ashley Walter with a great shot just off the post. And here comes Cardin. Chipped in and headed right back out again. And the Knights finally clear up the wing. As I was trying to say, you don't have to beat a player so bad that they fall down. All you need to do is get them leaning in one direction or another and take that quick step around, and you're in the clear. Campbell on the far side, out to Walter, or rather to Burtz. But an offside is called, and it'll be Seton ball.
I almost dropped it today.
Who was the guy?
You came from me. You still a little boy.
I know Bill Tevin.
They always make that noise.
Yeah. It's an actual one different.
Cowan up the wing. I think that was off Palmer. And Lady Cougars will do it again. Thrown into the center. Walter can't get to it, but Burtz does. Burtz keeps it going. Desereau turns it, and there's 3 Knight players. That's one thing that that is showing some inexperience on the part of the Lady Knights, is they bunch up too much. You can get away with that in the younger levels, but not in varsity. When they bunch up like that on defense, it makes it hard for one player, but after that, another 2 have to be open.
Come on, Brandy, you gotta watch that!
Up for Munn. Munn deflects it into the center where it's picked up by Rosenbaum. Now Clark stops. Controls nicely, makes a nice move in through the center, and a through pass intended for Walter. Now Walter.
Beat him! Beat him!
Beats 1, beats 2. She get a left-footed shot, and it's right on Boretsky. Walter with a nice move with 2 nice moves after 2 nice moves by Clark, and a nice shot on net. Up for Cardin. Cardin to Sample. Sample broken up, and it'll go out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern.
Here we go.
Cougar substitutions. Rachel Dutil, Lauren Kavanaugh, Megan Casey, and on the far side, I think that's Emily Favreau into the game for Northeastern. Also,
Here we go.
that looks like, if I can see that number, Steph Sample, number 16.
John Blue. Right up here. Come on up, Blue. Right about the half, just before the half. That's good.
Desereau deflects into the center. It's picked off, and Bailey is there to push up, and it's stopped by Demers. Casey chips up, intended for Sample, broken up, but Sample still trying to control, pushes it to the far side out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Lady Knights. We're down to 7 minutes remaining in this first half. It's 3-0 Northeastern. Lady Cougars scored all 3 goals in the first 7 minutes of the game. At 50 seconds, Sample unassisted. At 5:37, Sample from Walter, and at 6:55, Dutil from Walter, and it is 3-0 Northeastern. Call goes against the Lady Cougars, and it's a shot in on net, and there's Cardin. She has been very sure-handed tonight, except for that one that just dribbled through her fingers where, I mean, she was in good position to take the rebound. Except for that one shot, she has been very short-handed. A long ball down. Tremblay's the only one to be beaten, and she refuses to be beaten and punches it to the outside.
Yeah!
Clark out into the center, chest it down. Casey gets there to break that play up, and off a deflection, Desereau punches back for Casey, and Casey up. Pass intended, deflects off the Seton player, and here comes Sample. Push to the outside. Favreau is there. Favreau tries to turn it. Boretsky is there to stop it. Clark, very steady in the center of the field is Amanda Clark, chesting down and controlling everything that comes her way. And steady as ever, Debbie Tremblay. Favreau can't keep it in, and the Knights do. Down the wing, and it's continued for Wyand. Desereau and Clark combine to clear it up. Desereau stops it, and Sample calls her off. Dutil trying to control and can't. And it'll be Lady Knight throw-in. 4:21 remaining in this first half. Lady Knights will do it again. Munn, Anne-Marie Munn down the wing. Pass intended for Lefebvre. There's Trombley to clear it back up. Inadvertently pushes it into the center, but Sample is there to keep it going. The Knights still fighting. Rosenbaum to the outside, broken up. Rosenbaum again off Clark, and Casey clears up. Sample to Casey. Casey couldn't control, and it's broken up and back into northeastern zone. The Knights slowly but surely trying to take a little field position away, but they can't finish it off with any shots, and here's a chance for Dutil. Dutil, a nice move back to the inside. Dutil pushes across for Walter, or rather for Favreau. Favreau just a step off, hesitated to try and get her foot behind her, and she couldn't do it. Pass just a little off. Went right to her as opposed to going in front of her. And here comes Dutil again with the shot, and it goes wide. Rachel Dutil playing very well. A lot of hustle and never giving up, and that resulted in that shot that just went wide. We're down to 2:50 remaining in this first half. Kendra Young into the game, also Lauren Kavanaugh, and Lisa Robert in the center. And the far side, Adrian Maroney. I think that's Adrienne.
I know that.
Out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Lady Cougars.
It started, and then it stopped, and then it started swinging, and I just scored.
Demers clears for the Knights, and Clark is there to chip it back in again.
Like this, how you came over? You're like, how like yourself?
Down the wing, pass intended for Lefebvre. Clark won't let her move, and she's called for the hold. And it'll be a direct kick for the Knights. 1:22 remaining in this first half. It's 3-0 Northeastern.
In the 80s, there was this little black guy used to say, I know, right?
Trombley chest down, cleared up by Casey. And it'll be a Knight throw-in. Under a minute now. Under a minute in the first half. Deflects by Robert, by the defense, but not far enough to create a foot race, and pushed to the outside by Cohen. It'll be a Northeastern throw-in. Lady Cougars would like to get another shot on net before the half, and Robert keeps it going, and not far enough, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Knights.
You can't do that far if they all look like zeros in their A. I have.
Maroney to Robert.
Wait, you don't wear your contacts? Oh yeah, when he wears them, like, you wear your contacts. Oh, mine has.
And that's the end of the first half. 3-0 Lady Cougars, and we'll be back in a minute for the second half. Second half underway. Lady Knights had a long talk during that halftime, and I think what they're going to try and do is punch one in as quickly as possible, put as much pressure as they can, and you can see their fullbacks have moved up completely past midfield, and the goalie is halfway between the goal and midfield. So it's apparent that the Lady Knight coach has decided that she wants to get one in as quickly as possible to try and get Northeastern back on their heels. But this could cost the Lady Knights with some Northeastern speed. Here comes Walter. If Walter can get that shot off before Boretsky gets back in net, and it just goes wide. Just goes wide. If she could have taken that shot while Boretsky was around the 18 or just in between the 6 and the 18, that ball may have lofted right over her head. So again, the Lady Knights, give them credit, they're not giving up. They're trying to put some offensive pressure on Northeastern. Miss kicked, and here come the Knights. LaFountain takes it back, still trying to control and does. Takes it to the far side, broken up nicely by Rosenbaum. Now Desiro. Up the wing for Burtz. Burtz has Sample all alone, and she punches it too close to Boretsky, who makes the stop.
The girls look like they have no self-control.
Stop by Clark. On the near side for Campbell. Campbell turns it for LaFountain. LaFountain has Walter on the near side. Walter will get a cross-off. She slipped just as she was trying to take that kick, and that's what's going to happen in this kind of weather. You can't plant that foot, and that affects the kick. Here comes the rain again. It's been raining rather hard, off and on. Nice save. And the Knights Latour. Charge called, and it'll be Lady Knight ball. 37-20. Still very early in this second half. Northeastern scored 3 quick goals in that first half. At the 52nd mark, Sample, and at the get the correct time here, the 5:37 mark, Sample from Walter, and at the 6:55 mark, Dutel from Walter.
You're not using it? The blue one.
John, watch.
Go away.
Come on, Cougars, let's do this!
Out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick for the Knights. Burtz on the far side. Can't control it, goes out of bounds off the Knights, and it'll be Northeastern throw-in. Again, the Cougars will do it. Cougars working their way downfield. Boretsky way out of the net again.
Mike, want to do me a favor? Give me a lollipop.
Burtz into the center. Sample will get there. Sample pushes one through for Walter, but Boretsky playing so far out. Boretsky playing outside of the 6. As a matter of fact, she's probably playing about 10 yards out. So any crosses, Northeastern's forward have no chance to get there before the ball does. So if the Lady Cougars take note of that, and instead of trying to put a cross up, they punch one high and over the head of Boretsky, and here comes Sample. Sample trying to turn it, and she can't. And it'll be a goal kick for the Knights.
Let's go, Jesse, right now!
Hey guys, I think you should do a Mike.
Clark gets there, clears it to the near side, and it'll be Lady Knight throw-in.
Come on, Cougars. Hey, take it back now.
Cowan down the wing off Clark, and the Lady Knights will do it again. This time Wayan will throw it in. And Clark clears up the wing. Chipped in by Cowan. Burtz gets there first. And can't turn it up the field, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Knights push it into the center. And it looks like that was LaFountain pushed up for Sample. Sample with a right-footed shot. It's in the net. Randy Sample from Elise LaFountain. And it's 4-0 Northeastern.
Throw your hat out there, dude.
John.
Yeah, yeah! Do it!
Randy Sample with the hat trick. Sample from LaFountain, 6:45 of the second half, and it's 4-0 Northeastern. Sample scored the first and second goal. And now the fourth goal to complete the hat trick. Cougars again have rearranged their game plan. And it's a hard shot. Cardan couldn't get the ball. That was one where it bounced off her hands. A wet ball, and it bounced right back to Leahy, who punched it over top of the crossbar, and Lady Cougars dodged the bullet there. That's the kind of shot right at her. She can't get that lateral movement to push the ball to the side. Right at her, so you have to catch it. And it makes it very, very difficult with a wet ball. Sample with a nice move on the near side. Sample now playing the wing. Walter in the center. Nicole Tardif into the game for Northeastern. I didn't see her before. Cougars have moved their forwards and halfbacks around all evening long, but their defense has stayed intact. A good move. That defense wants to gel as a single unit, and not breaking up your defense is a great idea. Here come the Knights. It's crossed right in through the center, and it gets by everybody, goes to the far side. Cardan comes way out of the net. She dodged the bullet there. That's not the play for a goalie to make. Let your defense clear those balls. If you're going to get out there, you have to make sure you're going to get it. Because if you get too far out of position, you're never going to get back, and it'll be a corner kick for the Lady Knights.
Mike.
Okay, I'll do that.
Nice ball right to the 18. It chips through, deflects right to Cardan. And that was a nice play by the Knights. This time punched out for Birch. Birch all alone. If she can push it past the defense, Walter is right there. Birch still trying to control. And it's knocked out of bounds off Demers, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Walter fires hard, and he goes right through the goal mouth. Sample is there, but can't get the shot off. And it also goes by Dutel. Or rather Tardif, sorry. And it'll be a goal kick for the Knights.
Nicole, you're looking good out there, baby, looking good.
Tardif pushes the Sample, and then Sample gives it back to Tardif. Tardif gets by one. But a nice defensive play by Cowan to punch it out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Lady Cougars. Thrown in quickly to Sample. Dutel just into the game for Northeastern. Bailey gets there. Pushes up wing, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Knights. 28:53 remaining in the second half. Ball up the wing intended for Latour, but it goes out of bounds, and Northeastern will throw it in. Pushed into the center, and there's Desereau. Desereau pushes it up for Walter, but there's Baretsky playing out by the 18, and we've got a handball. She stepped outside the box. I thought she was a little far out. And what a shot. Walter put it down and punched it right toward the net, and Baretsky turned around with her right hand, just stuck her hand up in time to deflect the ball over the crossbar. That was a goal. Ashley Walter had a goal all over that ball. had goal written all over the ball, I should say. But Boretsky turned just in time to stick her right hand up and deflect it over top of the net. Nice play by both Ashley Walter and Trish Boretsky.
Whoa! What are you doing, man? Are you okay out there? Water.
The ball goes right through the goal mouth and it's punched in. No. I guess they called it a handball. I don't know who had that ball before, but I guess the handball is called on Seton, so they're going to call it a penalty shot. I don't know, Calvin. I don't know if I'd have made that call. Northeastern ended up scoring anyway. Why bother taking the goal away from the Lady Cougars just to give them a shot? If the defender controls the ball with the hand and is able to clear it, then that makes sense. But if Northeastern has already scored, I might consider that a non-call at this stage. Walter will get the penalty kick. Reason being I say that is because Northeastern already had the goal. Now if Walter scores, it's a moot point, but if Walter can't score or miss kicks or Boretsky is able to save it, then Northeastern is penalized and a goal is taken away because of a handball. Walter punches it low to the near side, and it's 5-0 Northeastern. Well, Ashley Walter off the penalty kick makes it 5-0 Northeastern. That goal scored at the 12:35 mark. And Northeastern obviously in total control of this contest. Getting back to that handball call, that whistle may have blown, the ref may have blown that whistle prior to the ball going into the net. Kind of a bang-bang play from up here. It looked as though the shot had already been taken and the ball was in the net, but if it wasn't, then of course I stand corrected. He has to make that call because he doesn't know that they're not, the Knights aren't going to control off a handball. Down the wing, Walter has the speed. Walter gets there and she'll get a cross off. And she does, right into the center. Broken up, nobody there, and here come the Lady Cougars again. This one gets by the Knight defense. But she recovers, pushes it out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Sample tried to get it to Favreau just into the game, but it's cleared up through the center for the Knights. Trombley is there to clear it back out. This one will go out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. We're down to 25-33 remaining in this second half. It's 5-0 Northeastern. This game, of course, never in doubt. Sample scored 50 seconds into the game, and it's been downhill for the Knights ever since. Out of bounds, and it'll be a corner kick for Northeastern. A fine corner right through the center. Nobody can get the shot off, and the Knights clear. Lefebvre still controlling on the far side. Broken up by Robert. And she comes right back again. We've got a foot race. Lisa Robert on the far side, beaten to the ball just barely by Demers, who put it out of bounds. And Northeastern throw-in. A nice throw-in down into the wing. Robert can't get there, and it's taken and cleared out. The clearing attempt stopped by Faye, but she can't control, and it'll be a Knight throw-in. Boretsky was number 6. She's out, and I don't know who they put in net for Seton. Trombley with a long ball over the head of the Mares. And the new keeper touches the ball for the first time, makes a nice play. That ball just out of the reach of Rachel Dutil. Sample steps up nicely. She wants to push it to the outside. It's a weak pass to Favreau. Favreau turns it back into the center. And this one will go out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick for the Knights.
And you did.
Sample on the near side. Stopped by Leahy. Leahy, who took that ball right in the stomach, had the wind knocked out of her in the first half, or early in the second half. I can't remember which one it was at this point, but in any case, it was in the first half. Leahy took a shot off Debbie Trombley right in the stomach and knocked the wind out of her. Glad to see she's back. And pushing called, and it'll be Northeastern ball. We have a player down, so we're going to stop the clock again.
Bang! Bang!
And here come the Lady Cougars again. Favreau can't get the shot off just in time. The ball's cleared. It looked like by Boretsky, just out of the net. Just out of the net. Boretsky cleared that ball out of bounds, and it'll be a corner kick for Northeastern. Corner kick. And Clark gets it back, pushes it into the center. Desereau is there, trying to turn it, but she can't against Rosenblum. Now on the far side, Casey. Casey pushes back but can't control, and it's taken by Lefebvre. Down she goes, the ball's out of bounds. It'll be Northeastern throw-in. Here come the Knights. The Knights with that one opportunity. Tomorrow, you might see in the paper that Cardan made, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 stops, but in reality, she only had 2 shots, one in the first half and one so far in the second half that I would consider even a little bit dangerous. Soccer stats, a little different than hockey stats. In hockey, when you get a shot on goal, that's a shot that had to be stopped by the goalie. Of course, they do distinguish between shots and saves in soccer, so I guess it's 6-1, half a dozen another, but this time the ball's out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. And here comes the rain. Raining very steady. It's got to be miserable out there for these Lady Cougars and Lady Knights. And here come the Knights off a cross. It goes off Debbie Trombley, and it'll be a corner kick for Seton. 19-18 remaining in this second half. It's 5-0 Northeastern, and the Lady Knights knocking on the door, trying to get one in to spoil that shutout. Right to the 18. It's a rugby scrum. I can't see who has it, but it's cleared out on the far side and punched right back in again. This one squeezes through, and Cardan picks it up.
Keep it coming, Nicole!
Come on! Yeah!
Throw-in gets to LaFountain. Now Faye, she can't control, and it's taken away by the Knights. Bailey gets there and punches over the head of the defense. We've got a foot race. Tardif going for it, Maroney going for it, and pushed out of bounds by Beretsky. More time than that. She could have maybe turned that ball up. That's one thing you see Northeastern defense. Very important to keep the game alive like that. Instead of always putting it out of bounds, you see Northeastern trying their best to turn it up and keep the ball in play. Turn it to the outside and keep it in play. Push through, and here they come, the Knights. Nicole Latour on the near side, broken up nicely by Tremblay, and she pushes it out of bounds. Wyand throws in, stopped by Clark, and then punched by Maroney back into the center. Fay chips it to the outside, but it's broken up by Munn. Shot going wide, and Carden comes out not taking any chances and makes the stop. 17 minutes remaining in the second half. It's a 5-0 Northeastern lead. And the Knights continue to punch away, trying to get that one goal to break up Northeastern's shutout.
Can you hold this, Peter?
Sean.
You want this? What's hot dog?
Up the wing, here comes Tardif, and Beretsky again just punches it out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Maroney deflects to LaFountain. LaFountain has an open wing. Fay all alone in the center. Passed across, and it's stopped. Again, we don't have the name of the replacement goalie. Well, I heard somebody call her Lindsay, so I think that was Lindsay Lozier. So that's the only Lindsay on the Seton lineup. So now we know Lozier in goal for the Knights. I didn't realize my pants are soaked.
Just get out. You can relax.
Punch through in the center. Fay is there. She needs to keep going. But nice defensive play. Joyner punches to the outside.
Peter, you want to switch balls? I don't like this one.
Roger!
Go, let's try that again.
He's hot dog to play. On ball, boy.
Fay with a throw-in. Goes past Beretsky, and Lozier comes out to make the stop. Lozier punts out short of midfield. Clark is there. Clark makes one move, gets the ball past one. Punch through. Fay is there. Fay has LaFountain on the other side. But Beretsky clears and out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Maroney out of bounds, and Northeastern will do it again. And the Knights able to control and clear it out of bounds. Northeastern will do it again. Fay cuts it across. LaFountain all alone, trying to get the shot off. Does, and Lozier with the stop. Nice play by the Lady Cougars. Couple of position changes. Ashley Walter playing fullback now. On the far side, Kendra Young. Young passes into the center. Fay deflects right in on Lozier.
See you later! Bye-bye!
Over the head of Walter. Clark gets there. Clark, nice move to keep it going for Northeastern, and here comes Maroney. Beaten to the ball by Beretsky, and on the near side, Out of bounds off Campbell, and it'll be Knight throw-in. Out of bounds, Northeastern's ball. Clark still controlling. Off Hamill. Clark goes down, and that's the only reason that she couldn't continue to control. Doing well in the center is Amanda Clark. Now Tremblay. Nice ball down the wing for Maroney. Out of bounds. Off Munn, and it'll be Northeastern throw-in. Maroney keeps it going. It's punched inadvertently by Bretsky down the wing. LaFountain gets there. LaFountain just knocked off the ball enough by Bretsky where she couldn't get the shot off, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Maroney back to LaFountain. LaFountain with a cross. Fay is there and chips it wide, and it'll be a goal kick. 10:21 remaining in the contest. Northeastern with a big 5-0 lead. Fay on the far side with the throw-in. Young gets there. Can't control, and it's pushed up the wing and out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Seton. Punch through the center. Campbell trying to get there, but beaten to the ball by Cowan. LaFountain can't control, and Clark does. Clark loses it, but continues to control on the far side. Clark still controlling on the far side. Pushes through, intended for Fay, but broken up by Beretsky and cleared up and out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern.
Okay.
Northeastern just a hair away from getting their 6th goal. A fine cross. I think that was Ashley Burtz that crossed that ball. And it went by 3 Northeastern players just a step out of position to get the shot off. Walter right back into the 18. Bretsky is there. It goes over her head, and Lozier comes out to make the stop. Stopped by Desereau. Up for Kavanaugh. And the Cougars can't control, and it's pushed to the far side by Wyand. Burtz. Joyner pushes it out of bounds, and Northeastern will do it again. Burtz again. A nice crossover and shot in on the net, and it's good. I think Lauren Kavanaugh from Ashley Burtz. Northeastern's 6th goal scored by Lauren Kavanaugh from Ashley Burtz at the 42-46 mark of the second half. A nice play. That was the second time Burtz on the far side with a nice feed, a nice cross, and this time Kavanaugh Johnny on the spot to put the ball behind Lozier for Northeastern's 6th goal. Now Robert loses control, broken up nicely on this near side by Cowan, who goes down the wing. Walter, depending on her speed, but taken off the ball by Rosenbaum. Walter gets it back again, taken off the ball this time by Lefebvre. Into the center, and Tremblay is there to clear out. Cardin can't control, and it'll be a Lady Knight throw-in. Cowan Into the center, two Knights collide, and Walter comes away with the ball. Ashley Walter with some room, tried to go down the wing, too wide out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Knights. Cowan. Now Lefebvre, and it'll be another Knight throw-in. Clark with a left foot trying to go up the wing, but it off the outside of her foot, out of bounds, and the Knights will do it again. Broken up by Robert, but chipped right back in again. A lot of bunching on this side. Northeastern might want to consider switching fields. And we're trading throw-ins here, and neither the Cougars nor the Lady Knights can seem to keep the ball in play. Now Beretsky does and pushes it right down through the center, where Trombley switches fields over to the far side. And Sample. A through pass for Burtz. Burtz has an option of taking a shot, and she does. She had the option of taking a shot, or she had Robert, Sample, or Dutil right in front of the net. She could have pushed a soft pass in front of the net, and either one of those three would have been in ideal position to get a shot on Lozier. Stopped by Robert. And on the far side, Burtz. Down for Sample. Sample crosses across. Deflected out, and here come the Knights, and I think we're going to have a call go against Seton, and it'll be a Northeastern direct kick just outside the 18. 3:39 remaining in this second half. 6-0 Northeastern, and Lady Cougars knocking on the door again. Clark chips high, and Lozier comes out. It's off her chest, back on the ground, but Northeastern cannot take advantage of it. Lozier falls on the ball, and it remains 6-0 Northeastern. Clark misplayed, and here come the Knights. There's Trombley. Clearing attempt off the chest of Palmer. And now Sample. Sample taking off the ball by two Lady Knights, and it's picked up by Rosenbaum. Trombley to the far side. And it does not go out of bounds. Yes, it does. It'll be a throw-in for the Lady Knights. We're down to 2:45 remaining in this second half. The rain is still coming down. More of a mist now than a steady downpour like it was. I don't see how anything could get any wetter. Clearing attempt. Deflects off well, that was Lozier. Lozier is in the net now, so I don't know who number 20 is.
She's lying, she knows her. I can tell she's lying about the other stuff.
Knights bunching up on the far side, nobody to pass to, and it'll go out of bounds, and with 1.5 minutes remaining in the second half, it'll be a goal kick for Northeastern. Headed right back in. Here come the Knights, and Clark is there to chip it away. Fired high over the net. And it'll be a goal kick for Northeastern. Conroy, no.
What? No. I'm just saying. Hey, Mr. Really?
Northeastern's ball with 27 seconds remaining. Clark will put it in play. And this game is going in the books with 19 seconds. It's going to be a 6-0 victory for Northeastern. With 9 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's it. The buzzer sounds to end this game, and it's a 6-0 victory for Northeastern. The first goal coming at the 52nd mark. Again, this game never in doubt. At the 52nd mark, Brandy Sample unassisted made it 1-0 Northeastern. Sample again at the 5:37 mark from Walter made it 2-0 Northeastern. And Rachel Dutil from Ashley Walter at the 6:55 mark of the first half rounded off the scoring, and Northeastern went into the halftime with a 3-0 lead. In the second half, Sample finished off her hat trick from the fountain at the 6:45 mark, making it 4-0 Northeastern. Walter on a penalty kick after a handball inside the box at the 12:35 mark made it 5-0 Northeastern. And Lauren Karanoff from Ashley Burtz at the 42:46 mark finished off the scoring for Northeastern and that 6-0 victory. A good game by the Lady Cougars. A good time for Josie to put players in different positions that they don't normally play, to give them an opportunity to see the field from a different perspective. So a good night for Northeastern, but a tough night for Seton. Seton comes up here, not only gets beaten 6-0, but has to play the entire game in pretty much of a downpour. So a tough night for the Lady Knights. Well, that's the way it was this 15th day of September 1998 at Northeastern Clinton Central School. The Lady Cougars victorious, a 6-0 victory over the Seton Knights. Thanks for watching Hometown Cable.